Yeah, Zach, yeah, I'll update you on all this craziness of 15-man rosters. Jeez. So Zach sprained his ankle yesterday, literally the day before game. He'll play Friday. We feel really confident. Could he have played today? Maybe. Weren't going to risk it. And then David and Braden and Kingston Tosi have all decided to redshirt. Some tough decisions on those guys. They're three kids that I think are going to be great players for us. So I think the development side for them is really, really smart. Now, if something changes in the next month, Tony and I talk quite a bit about all these changes in college basketball. There's a case out there right now, kids trying to, get 5 years and 5 seasons. So if that would happen, we'll take all three of them off the redshirt. But right now, we're going to play as the normal rules and redshirt those three.
Coach, just talk about that sort of 7-second or less style offense you guys are playing tonight. Just getting up and down super quick. Even in your half-court sets, you're moving fast. 1 to 2 dribbles really per player, a lot of passing. Just sort of talk about just what you envision with this group and how you can sort of sustain this throughout the season.
Yeah, we study a lot of teams, right? I think Nate Oates at the University of Alabama is one of the great offensive minds. I think Joe Mazzulla is one of the great offensive minds. Those are guys that I study, obviously having a relationship with Joe. We want to get to our shape in 4 seconds. We want to get to an action in 6. And the first shot we can take that we got 10 toes on the rim, we want to take those shots. We want to be on the attack for 40 minutes. I've told this group if we just value the ball, they could be one of the best offensive teams in the country. You saw it. They really like playing with each other. They're very unselfish, and we got a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket.
Coach, that like at the start of the second half, you had all those assists, steals, breakaways. I think you're 9-10 to start after shooting the ball so well from 3.
Yeah, a lot of times basketball, your defense can affect your offense can affect your defense, right? If you're turning the ball over, you're putting your defense at a disadvantage. I thought at halftime we addressed that. We had 7 turnovers at half, finished with 5 in the second for a total of 12. EP had a couple silly ones at the end of the game. Sometimes when the game gets out of hand like that, you can try to make home run plays. We just want to play disciplined basketball, make the right read, and then I think defensively we're going to be much better. We looked a little undersized. We need Zach back, 6'10", 245 pounds. He's one of our smartest, post players, whether it's on offense or defense. So his presence we missed a little bit. But tonight we shot 37 threes, and I thought the defense, we knew going in they were going to pack the paint in. So we had to take those shots, right? There's going to be other games where, we'll see what VCU does, but, maybe they load up more, right? And we gotta make different decisions. But I always tell our players this, we try to train their eyes. We do a lot of read drills in our practices, and whatever's there, we got to take, whatever the defense gives us. And I thought tonight we made a lot of good decisions.
Coach, kind of with that depth and things, you had 57 bench points tonight. Just kind of what's your lineup look like moving forward? How many? You played 12 or 11 tonight. What does that look like moving forward? How many of those guys are going to win?
Yeah, after 2 exhibition games, we'd be number 2 in the country in bench points. Those are our 2 scrimmages with Seattle and San Francisco. So we got a lot of guys on our team that can score. We got a lot of guys that are going to play a lot of minutes. Jordy Barnes, Elijah, Luke, Adlin, Colby King, whatever 2 bigs come off the bench, right? We got a lot of guys, and I think, the more you play them, the more comfortable they're going to get. I thought we wore down the last 3 weeks of last year's season. That was something I never wanted to see happen again as long as I coached. So I told our assistants, we got to go out, we got to get a good mix of young talent. By January and February, those kids have played a lot of games, and then we got to get some good transfers. And I think we were able to do that with the help of our community. Our community stepped up big time this offseason and helped us build this roster. And I think you'll see we're going to play a lot of guys. I think some coaches say that. We're going to do it.
And kind of along with that, like you said, last year, kind of relied a lot on Ian, on Mason to score, especially late in the season. How much of that is a focus this year to really get everybody involved scoring?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best teams are, really versatile. Any given night, different guys can step up. It could be Gary, KT, or Zach on the front line. Adlin can really shoot. Luke Carney, we're waiting for him to break out. Luke's going to win us some games this year. Luke can really shoot. It's one of the better shooting teams I've seen. Like, they can really shoot the ball. So I think time will tell how many will play, but we're going to play a lot of them. And Jordy's smart, EP's smart. Those two play well together, and so we could play some two-guard lineups, or we got 2 point guards in there. Just mix things in, be unpredictable.
Got a double-double here from Gary Clark, 12 points, 11 rebounds on good shooting efficiency, 6 of 8. What are you able to get from him on the inside, the impact that he has, not just defensively and scoring offensively, but as a rebounder, helping guys out there?
Yeah, I mean, Gary, he's a proven guy. He got 16 and 8 in Division I basketball. MJ's a proven guy. Colby King was a proven guy. These guys played a lot of basketball. They have a lot of mileage, a lot of equity build up. We expect Gary to get better and better. Our style is totally different than what Gary's used to. Gary's used to just kind of staying on the block, going block to block, playing against kids his size. He's got to be a little creative. He's going to get better and better. He really struggled in the 2 exhibition games. So we need Gary to be good. We need KT to be good. The thing that I love about Gary is he's really learning the game and expanding his game, and he really loves it. That's the thing about our guys. Like, MJ's in every day asking questions. They're very curious. They like this style of play. And tonight we didn't really we called like 2 sets. We weren't calling any plays. So it's like, you guys figure it out. Get to the next advantage. We ran like 1 baseline out and 1 really or 2 actions the whole game. So we'll have a lot of quick hitters, a lot of different things, but we didn't want to show a whole lot tonight.
Coach, guys did very well on the boards tonight, 46 rebounds. One area that they were able to sort of compete is their 8 offensive rebounds. They got some second chance points. And then the 16 fouls from you guys as well. Just what are you seeing from the interior defense?
Yeah, I mean, that was another stat we looked at. I think Eric Hout's one of the best coaches out there. I have a great respect for him. He really works. I've been around a lot of good coaches. I've had good assistant coaches go on to be head coaches or go on to be good assistants. I've got 3 young guys in the NBA right now. I put Eric Hout right up there because of his work ethic. And one thing that he talks with our guys daily about is, being really disciplined on the defensive end. After 2 exhibitions, we weren't very disciplined. We were playing hard, creating a lot of steals, but we were fouling. The way the game's called, it's different each night. You have to be able to adjust, and that's something we got to get better on. And then I didn't think we hit those guys. I give them a lot of credit. They have a bunch of 6'4", 6'5" guys that crash the glass, and they hit us first. So we got to clean that up. We got 3 days to get ready for a really big game.